Alright guys, today's the day. I'm finally going to be going to my first big One Piece event. I think this is actually the biggest one. I'm going to the Nationals occurring here in Dallas, Texas. It's going along with the Bandai Card Fest. I don't know if they do this every year, but it's Bandai Card Fest and Nationals is happening at the same location. So it should be a lot of fun. I've already seen there's a lot of side events. There's a lot of things in the prize wall. This prize wall looks a lot more fun to try to get stuff from than Pokemon, because they actually giving you like really nice promos and exclusive sleeves, exclusive winner packs, stuff like that. You can even get a whole like frame of a whole set of One Piece. I think it's OP06 framed up, which looks really cool. So yeah, definitely excited about the prize wall. I'm just going to do the main events. I'm going to do the side events and to trade. I've heard it's really good for trading, to try to sell some of your stuff. So we'll see how it goes. I definitely want to come to this to try and compare it to like the Pokemon regionals and nationals that I've been to. Those are also a lot of fun, but I just wanted to compare a different TCG and see what the experience is like. So join me along for the ride. I'll be there in about 30 minutes, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, made it to the parking lot. Didn't want to pay for parking, but I also didn't want to worry about looking for another spot. So 20 bucks for parking. Now I need to figure out where the heck I need to go. Thankfully, they had signs to show you the way to the Bandai Card Fest, so it was really easy to locate where I needed to go. Here's a nice view, and I realized that this is the same place that I came for DreamHack. And I was already getting excited because that venue was huge, but I guess here this time, I guess for the One Piece card game, it's not as big. So the venue wasn't as large. They didn't take up as many hall spaces. I think they only took up maybe one. So it was even smaller than some of the Pokemon events that I've been to. But they have this really cool gachapon machines close to the venue, which is kind of a preview because apparently they're going to be coming to the Grapevine Mills Hall or Grapevine Mills Mall soon. But I did pick up my spectator bag. This is everything that you get with it, which was pretty cool. It kind of just advertises all the games that you'll be seeing inside of the venue. And they even give you some cool little action points, which is for the new Union Arena game. One of mine came bent, so I actually asked if I could get a replacement, and they ended up just giving me a whole nother bag, which was pretty cool. But inside of the other bag, there's actually some other promos, including the promo that I came here for again, which was for the One Piece promo. So we'll take a look at that here in a bit. I just want to show everything that was inside of the bag. Honestly, a lot of it kind of useless. I didn't even go through many of these pamphlets. A lot of it is just like I said, advertising for a lot of their different games. A lot of Union Arena. They're trying to go big on Union Arena, I've noticed, which is a TCG that I'm definitely going to give a shot just because it has Hunter x Hunter in there. So I'm going to hopefully pull some pretty cool Hunter x Hunter cards in the future when I start playing the game. But the other booklet just kind of had info on all the different TCGs that Bandai runs. So that was a pretty cool little booklet. It even covers, like for One Piece, it covered the new set that just came out. So as you can see, here are all the promos that came inside of this bag. And the coolest one has to be this Luffy. I think it's a really cool looking promo. And it's kind of like a vanilla card, but it's definitely cool for the collection. And those are my two baggies that I'm going to be carrying around for the rest of the day. And we got inside the venue, and it wasn't that big. Like I said, it was kind of similar size to a regional Pokemon event, maybe a little bit smaller. But as you walked in, I noticed that people were trying to get through this scavenger hunt. It was the first thing you see when you come into the venue, which I thought was really cool. I actually decided to participate so that I could get some of these extra promo cards, which here's all the prizing that you could get just by completing the scavenger hunt. One of those being the Hollow Luffy that I got from the DreamHack event that I went a few months ago. And then these are all the stuff that's in the prize wall for people that play in side events, which was my main objective, which we'll talk about later to see how I did. But a lot of cool stuff on the prize wall. I think I mentioned it at the beginning of the video, but the main things that I really wanted to get was
One of those Dawn cards, like the Luffy Dawn card, this playmat especially, it says that it was 10 points, which is really easy to get, which is crazy, but I think they eventually changed that to be 30 points. But another thing that I really wanted to get were those Bonnie sleeves, the pink one. That was another price error. It says 5 points there, but then later they also changed that to 30 points, which made it very difficult to get, so I couldn't get any of these. But this was the big prizes right there. I think I went through them pretty quickly, but there's a lot of here they are again. There's very expensive cards right here. Each one of these are worth hundreds of dollars. Maybe not the ones at the bottom here, but the other ones with the cool looking borders are like $300 each. And these are the side events that you would have to participate in, which turned out to be very difficult to get into. I wanted to get into the 256 player event. Couldn't do that day one or day two, which was very sad, but I was able to come to the pop-up shop here where you could buy some boxes for retail, as well as some other exclusive items, which I'll show here once I get through all these people here. So one cool thing is that you could have gotten the starter decks for Bleach and Hunter x Hunter for Union Arena. I did get one of each of those. They also had some exclusive figures shown there. In terms of like the actual card games, they had a bunch of these booklets, these premium booklets is what they're called, I think, as well as exclusive sleeves and just a bunch of cool stuff. After I checked that out, I went back and they had a display for like a lot of the rarer cards, or I guess maybe all of the cards in particular sets of each one of their card games. So I took a look at the other card games. I had no idea which were the good cards, which were the bad cards for these games, but really cool to see some of the artwork on these cards, because I do love Dragon Ball Z, so it was cool to see some of the artwork on these. I particularly liked there's one that we'll show later, which was gold. That Frieza card was really cool. I did like that one. And man, it looks like Dragon Ball Z took up a lot of these displays, but eventually I think this is the last one here, and then we'll get to the card that I mentioned earlier. This one right here looks really cool. I don't know how much that goes for, but man, I would love to own that card. I haven't looked at it. I'll probably put it here on the screen to show you guys how much that's worth, but looked really cool. And then there was one more display for Dragon Ball. It seems like, yeah, this one definitely had the most display pieces for the card games. Then we went into, I don't even know what game this is, but I know that's like Evangelion, which I thought that connecting artwork looked really cool. For any of you EVA fans, if you guys know about this card game, let me know if you guys had seen those cards before. I think there's some more for that particular card game. And then we go into Union Arena, and they had some of the later sets to come out, because Demon Slayer doesn't come out till later, but they did have some cards to display here. They did have Jujutsu Kaisen, which is also coming later. Code Geass, also not released yet here in the States. I think this month, just Hunter x Hunter and Bleach is coming out. But look at that CC card. I definitely want that one. Then we get to the two sets that are coming out soon, and I love the look of those Bleach cards. Black on gold, always been a fan. The Hunter x Hunter, not a big fan of the rainbow effect, but still cool to see those cards. And my favorite one there was Hisoka. So hopefully I could pull that one. And then the next card game here was Digimon, which Digimon, I grew up a little bit on Digimon, so it was cool to see some of these artworks. The booklet that I got actually had some really cute Digimon cards, so I was really happy to pick that one up actually. Then we finally got to the One Piece cards, which it looks like here they're just displaying, what is this, OP01, yeah, this OP01, the first set. So a lot of great cards in OP01, a lot of big money cards, especially that Nami right there is worth about 200 bucks. Then this is the next big set, which is OP05, which has the most expensive card in the One Piece TCG, I believe, which is the Bongo Rare Luffy. It goes for about $6,000, I think, or $4,000 or $6,000. I'm not particularly sure, but yeah, biggest money card in the One Piece TCG right now. I believe this was also the set that introduced the SPs, which that Nami is beautiful. I did end up getting that one, which I'll show you guys later. But this is the newest set right here, OP08, which I honestly love opening this set. I've loved opening OP07 and OP08. I've had very good luck with them. I've already pulled both of those SPs, the Bonnie and the Pudding. But after that, went to indulge in some trading, and right away I was able to find somebody that had a lot of cards that I was looking for. I traded all those cards that you guys see there for all of these cards right here, including those 2 big Nami cards and just some other waifu cards that I found in his binder. But the main thing I really wanted to get was those Namis. And then just people had some crazy binders here. As you guys can see me going through these pages, you'll see a bunch of manga rares, bunch of alt-art leaders, just everything you could imagine you could probably find here at these these Bandai Card Fest or regionals, or in this case it was a national. But apparently a lot of people come loaded with binders like these at each one of those type of events, and I was finally able to see it in person. So yeah, really cool to see these type of binders. I did end up buying maybe 1 or 2 things from this guy right here. I forgot what it was, but I was just having fun going through the binders, and I wanted to show you guys everything that they had. You could even bling out your black yellow Luffy here if you wanted to. But that was pretty much it for that binder. I think I will show another one, but here's another trade. I traded my Katakuri alt-art for the Pudding Leader, which is one of the main things that I was looking for. These are 2 cards that I actually bought pretty cheap, I might add. I think he was selling it to me for 75% of the comps. And then here's just another crazy binder. They had those puddings that I was looking to try and get. This Luffy right here is another $5,000 card. As I was there, somebody actually bought that, or they didn't buy it. They actually traded a bunch of their cards for that one Luffy card, and it was a crazy trade to see. They also had, this guy had some Pokemon as well. I was tempted to get those Raging Bolts because that is my main deck, but I was here for One Piece, so I didn't end up picking up any Pokemon stuff. But cool to see some Pokemon here at One Piece. I think that was the only guy that had Pokemon. But as I was trading, I realized I had made a big mistake. The line for the One Piece side events had already started as I was trading. And of course, once I noticed, the line was very big. And I ended up waiting in line for 2.5 hours. I even had to go and get lunch while I was in line. Thankfully, the people that were there saved my spot, but I went to go get a hot dog and some pizza. I believe this cost me about 20 bucks, pretty expensive. But even while we were in line, we were playing some games, and eventually they told us that there was going to be no more side events, which was very sad. So I made my way over to the retail shop, I believe they were calling it. And man, I was impressed by all the boxes that they had here. They had so much stock of OP01 in particular, because everybody and their mother was buying OP01, and they just kept pulling that out of the back there. You could just see people walking out. There was this list that they gave you while you were in line, because the line, it took you about an hour to get through the whole line, and this just made it quicker so that when you went up there, you could just give this to them and they would grab everything that you've marked here. Of course, by the time you get there, some of this stuff might be sold out, so that did suck. But most of the stuff that I was looking for, I was able to get, other than like 1 or 2 things, which I believe was EB01, that sold out right away, and some other like exclusive sleeves that also sold out. But look at those cases back there, guys. Wouldn't it be awesome to just walk out with one of those? Unfortunately, there was a limit. The first day that I went, the limit was 4 boxes. So I did buy 4 boxes of OP01, and I'll show everything else that I got here. So I got the Union Arena playmat for Hunter x Hunter, of course. These are the 3 booklets that I was talking about earlier. So I got the Dragon Ball Z booklet, really cool promos in here. I think my favorite is that Frieza. For One Piece, you get the same leaders that have already been out. They just had some really cool like gold foil, extra gold foiling to them, which I think looks pretty cool. That's definitely the best Monkey D. Luffy, if you do play that deck, to use now. And then Digimon, funny story, as I was doing a side event, somebody actually wanted to buy some of these cards for me. So I sold 2 of these cards for $50. But I really like these cards, so I went the next day and grabbed another set of this. I also picked up the starter decks, as I mentioned, some One Piece sleeves. Don't really like these, honestly. I might actually end up selling those. But I do love these Hunter x Hunter sleeves for when I do eventually play Union Arena.
All right, we're done for the day. It's about 7:30 p.m. Kind of a fail. Wasn't able to get into any of the side events, which is what I was really hoping to do. I have to come tomorrow and see if I can get into the side events tomorrow. Wasn't planning on it, but I don't know. I really want to try to get something off that prize wall. So I'm definitely going to come again, see see if I can get into the side events, and then if not, I would have wasted my Sunday because there's also a Pokemon Cup tomorrow. But all right, that's gonna do it for today. Got some bunch of OPO1. Let's see if I can pull anything good. Hopefully that manga rare. But yeah, let's see. Catch you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, I'm back today. It's about 9:30 a.m., but I made a huge mistake and I forgot to bring my portable charger. And I have 30% on my phone, so I'm not gonna be recording as much today because I need to save my phone for like recording the matches and stuff like that on the TCG app. So yeah, I need to really not use my phone today, which really sucks because if there is a big line, yesterday I was watching the Pokemon stream during the line, which made it easy. Today, I'm not gonna be able to watch anything. So yeah, sucks, but I just messed up. I realized it when I was already like 20 minutes into the road, and yeah, it's gonna suck, but I'll try to record at least a little bit. We'll see. But yeah, definitely afterwards, I'll let you guys know how everything went, and hopefully I get some stuff from the prize wall. All right, wish me luck.
2,000 years later.
All right, guys, so it's been 2 weeks since I've been to the Bandai Card Fest, but I just wanted to give a recap of the second day because I wasn't able to record much, but second day was a lot better than the first. I was actually able to get into the side events. I got into 2 of the 128 events because unfortunately the 256 was still very difficult to get into. That was the one that gave you most points at the prize wall, so unfortunately I wasn't able to get any of the big cards that I was trying to chase from the prize wall, so that kind of sucked, but I was eventually able to get myself about 18 points, which I got solely from the second 128 side event, because on the first one I decided to play Bonnie, and I didn't have the deck kind of fully constructed, or I hadn't tested it enough for OPO8 because they were letting you play the OPO8 meta, and I ended up doing very poorly with Bonnie, and I think I only won 1 game out of the 4. So I didn't get any points for the prize wall from the first 128 side event. The second one though, in between rounds when I was playing Bonnie, I actually ended up meeting this guy that helped me complete my purple yellow pudding deck, and he also bought out my entire One Piece trade binder, which was crazy. I wasn't expecting to do that. I knew I was definitely planning to do some trades, but I wasn't planning to sell my whole trade binder. I had some pretty good cards in there. But yeah, that is something. I've noticed that a lot of people were there buying people's collections. But yeah, overall in the second side event, I ended up winning 3 games in a row, and then I finally lost my last game, which ended up giving me 15 points. If I would have won that last game, I would have gotten 30 points, which would have been perfect to get the Bonnie sleeves. The Bonnies were 30 credits to get the Bonnie sleeves, but unfortunately, I was not able to win the last game. And let me show you guys. With those points, I was actually able to get 2 of the Gear 5 Luffy Don, which I actually might just keep 1 of these. I might sell 1 and just keep 1 as a memento, you know. With One Piece TCG, I do love the fact that you're able to win stuff like this. So I was honestly thinking of grading each one of the cards that I get that I personally win from attending events, either being Store Regional or a Treasure Cup or getting stuff from a prize wall. So I might actually sell 1 and I'll grade the other one, although I will say they're not in the best condition, so they're kind of bent a little bit, like they were out in the sun or something, but I don't know. I think it'll still be a cool thing to just keep that tradition, because I did grade the Perona that I won from the Treasure Cup. So I'm gonna go ahead and grade one of these and sell the other ones. But yeah, really cool that I was able to get one of those. Back to the guy that bought my collection. He was going through all my stuff, and I was expecting him to throw out a number like 300, 400, and I would have been fine with that. I would have been like, yeah, I'll do that. Because I had good cards, but not a lot of them. There was mainly just a lot of playable stuff, like a playable SRs and things like Gecko Morias and Eustace Captain Kidd. I had a lot of Doflamingos, stuff like that.
And he just grabbed everything, every single card in my trade binder. And by the end of it, when he finally did all the numbers, he told me the number, I think it was like 780 or something like that. And I was just like, oh, that's way better than I was expecting. So I will definitely do that trade. And yep, he gave me the money, PayPal, and I had a lot more money to buy some more booster boxes. So I ended up buying 2 more OP01 booster boxes, and I did get some hits out of that, which I'll show you guys here in a bit with the hand cam. I'm gonna show you guys everything that I ended up trading for, as well as everything that I ended up buying the second day, because again, I couldn't record anything. So let's go to the hand cam and I'll show you guys everything that I picked up from trades and from my OP01 boxes. Which, by the way, the boxes from the first day, there was 4 boxes, pulled crap. So that was one of the reasons that I really wanted to do this transaction with this person, because those 4 boxes cost me $400 and I probably pulled about $125 in value out of the big hits from those 4 boxes. So it was very bad. I think I got like the worst boxes because I kept hearing everybody was pulling the big cards worth like $300, $400 each. And here I was pulling the worst cards in the set. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I wanted to do the transaction, and I ended up making my money back. I got $700, so I bought 2 more boxes, and those pulls were a little bit better. So yeah, let's go to the hand cam now, and I'll show you guys everything that I picked up. All right, so I think I've got everything that I got from both days, Saturday and Sunday. One thing I don't think I had shown you guys yet is the promos that you got from completing the scavenger hunt on the first day that I did that. So I was able to get these promo cards, the coolest ones here being this Jujutsu Kaisen action point. I saw people going crazy trying to get these from other people. This single card was selling for like 50 bucks. I heard one person trying to sell theirs for. So yeah, pretty good action point card. It does look really cool. I wish I would have gotten 3 myself, because you do need 3 to play the game, but I only have that 1 right now. They have this Battle Spirit Saga. Don't really care too much for that one. This is another card that a lot of people were trying to get their hands on, the Digimon Wormmon. So I don't know what, I think people were selling theirs, and this one was selling very fast for around $30. The second day, unfortunately, I didn't bring this with me, which is when I noticed people were buying this. So I wasn't able to sell mine. I probably would have had I taken this thing with me that has all these cards. Then I finally got the holo version of this card. As I mentioned earlier, I do have the non-holo version that I got from the, that was the main reason that I went to the DreamHack, was to get this card, and it was the non-holo version. And here they were giving the holo version. So now I have both. I honestly might just keep this one and sell the non-holo version, because I think it does go for a decent amount, maybe like 50-ish bucks or so, maybe less now that this one is available. Then we got 2 Dragon Ball Z cards. So I honestly don't know anything about these 2. They honestly look kind of basic compared to the ones that were in the pamphlet that I showed you guys earlier on in the video. So not the biggest fan of those, but I do love the Luffy and this action point. All right, moving on, I also got some of the starter decks. So I got the starter deck 3 with Crocodile. Really just got these for there's a good card in here, which is the, where is it? The Gecko Moria. I do plan to play blue once, what's his name? Is it Marco? No, Doflamingo gets good later. So I'm just preparing myself for that one. And then I did get some more of the OPSTO4, because as I mentioned earlier, I do need the, what are they? The queens in here are the good cards. So I need the queens for my pudding deck. So yep, got both of those. Then I decided to get some of these sleeves. These are exclusive to that event, so I just wanted to go ahead and get them because I did think they looked kind of cool. So I got these Shenron sleeves, way better than the one-piece sleeves that I got. So yeah, just gonna keep these. I think they look pretty cool. And finally, all the cards that I got, they ended up giving away a lot of these the second day. They were like just handing these out, so I was able to get a play set of these, which is pretty cool. I'll probably use these when I start playing the game. Here's the 2 Dawn that I've already showed you guys. This was actually another promo that I got from the scavenger hunt. You basically got points for every little thing that you solved. So I had an extra point and I ended up using it for this Luffy card, which I didn't have, so pretty cool. I now have that for the collection. Here was the other Luffy card that you got for free just for going and being a spectator. And then here are finally all the cards that I picked up over the weekend. So we got the Carrot Leader. I did end up getting this OP01 Nami because I'm trying to collect every single Nami in the card game. So yeah, had to pick this one up, especially since I sold $700 worth of cards that day. I just went ahead and picked this one up. Not too sure, I'll put the price on the screen. Then I just got some random cards from other people when I was making trades. So got this pretty cool Yamato Championship 2023 promo. I thought it looked pretty cool. We got this other Yamato, which I think is an alt art, but it does say that it's from a starter deck. So I'm not too sure now, but I thought it looked cool, so I picked it up. We got the Jewelry Bonnie alt art. I don't remember if I pulled this or if I traded for it. I think I might have traded for it. But yeah, just another really cool Bonnie card that I wanted for the collection. This girl right here I got for my pudding deck. I might put this in the deck just as a 2K counter, and it is searchable with the different searching options you have for that deck. Another card that I thought was actually something that came from this event. Some of the packs that you could get from the prize wall or packs that they were giving at competitors, you are able to pull this one, and I thought it looked really nice, so I went ahead and picked this one up, Yamato. Then we got the big cards right here, more big cards because I've already shown one Nami. Are the both Nami SPs. This is from OP05. This one's from OP07. This one's the Searcher. Honestly, at first I wasn't a big fan of these type of SPs. I thought they looked kind of tacky from just looking at the artwork on TCG Player, but when you have them on hand, the gold actually looks very nice, and I've grown to kind of like these. So yeah, love that I was able to get this one. Yeah, love this card. Happy to have picked that one up, and then this one as well. It was the only reason that I was still opening OP07, but I was able to trade for it there, and yep, very happy to pull this one now. I don't need to open up any more OP07. Also got the SP Yuta. Yuta is one of my favorite characters, just from the card game because it was the first deck that I ended up playing. So picked that one up. That one was very cheap. And then we got another Yuta alt art. It was honestly pretty cheap as well. I don't remember how much I paid for those or how much I traded for those. This was one that I bought. I think I bought it for like 20 bucks or something, which for an SP, I was like, yeah, I'll pay 20 bucks for an SP. So yep, I didn't even look up the price or anything. I was just like, 20 bucks? Yep, I'll take it. So yeah, I still don't know what this one goes for, but happy to have picked it up for 20 bucks. Then these are 2 cards that I actually pulled. I think it was the day before I went to the event. I went to the Dallas One Piece official store, bought a box of OP08, and then I also bought a double pack, pulled the Bonnie out of the double pack, and then pulled the pudding in my box. So those were some very, very good boxes and double packs there. Really happy to get these 2 by pulling them and not buying them. And then I also bought this whole collection. I think I am missing some of them, but I picked up the ones that I liked. So I got Yuta, Chopper, Robin, Sanji, Usopp, Zoro, and Luffy. Thought those were the best looking ones. So I did end up paying for these. The other one that I paid for was this one, and not these. These were all trades. And this one, actually, sorry, the leader was, I bought this one too. So these were the cards that I bought, and then everything else was part of trades, just trading cards for cards. But I did end up paying for these. And then out of my OP01 box, I have been trying to recover my trade binder, so I've been putting more stuff back in it. But out of my OP01 box, I pulled the Mihawk. That was one big pull that I got. I also pulled the Odin, which I hate the fact that I pulled like the worst leader. Then I pulled the Eustace Captain Kidd out of one box, And then believe it or not, on the other box, I pulled another Eustace Captain kit and a Law. So pretty decent. Again, not the best boxes, but these pulls were way better than what I pulled in my first 4 boxes, like way worse than those pulls. So yeah, that's all I got in my trade binder right now. But yeah, guys, overall, the events, I had a blast with it. Even the first day where I wasn't able to get into side events, I still had a blast just trading and being able to get a bunch of the cards that I was actually looking for. Oh, by the way, I also traded for the pudding leader, but that's in my deck right now, so that's why it's not here. But yeah, I was able to trade for a lot of stuff that I needed, so I thought that part was fun. And then the second day, I was actually able to participate in the side events and try to get stuff from the prize wall. That was probably my favorite day. So yeah, I would definitely recommend going to one of these if they're in your area, and I would definitely want to go to another one of these whenever they're around the area again. Thankfully, a lot of these One Piece big events do happen close to my area, so it's more than likely that I'll end up going to one of these, and hopefully maybe next time I can actually compete in the main event. So we'll see about that, but that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.